Like, what was the language that Adam spoke? No, I do not have the answer to that. Uh, but the British people here were so full of themselves. It was not English. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Colleen Moore, and this is Cmoore-Books. So as you saw from the title of today's video, we are doing a Babel themed video. So I have been thinking about this book since I finished it in June. I finished it in June. Or is it May? No, I think I finished the beginning of June. But I think, the majority of my reading in May. Maybe? I finished it recently, we'll say. And I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. I love this book so much. I've already ordered the UK paperback because it looks so pretty. Might or might not order the UK hardcover too. Haven't decided. But something that I just couldn't get out of my mind near the end, and that's a discussion throughout, that was sort of like a thought throughout the book, is what was the original Adamic language? Like, what was the language that Adam spoke? No, I do not have the answer to that. But the British people here were so full of themselves. It was not English. We all know that. It was not English. But I have done some research and been able to trace where it went from the Tower of Babel, like the actual Tower of Babel, like from the Bible. So let me share my PowerPoint. I actually have to share that to show it to you. Okay. Nope, go back. Okay, so what happened to the, let me make myself a little bit bigger. I have that ability. Okay. So what happened to the Adamic language? So I love studying the scriptures and all these things, and I love gaining knowledge. So like, this was like a major puzzle for me. I love cracking puzzles. So let me shift myself. So how do we know all the people of the world were actually speaking at one point the Adamic language? So it says in Genesis 11:1, and the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. So they were speaking one language at one point in time. But then things went downhill. And don't ask me why I decided to flip these. I'm regretting the choice right now. But then the people, they got a little wicked. They decided that they were going to build their way to heaven. It doesn't really work that way, but that is not the point of this video. So what happened to the Tower of Babel? So in Genesis, it says 11:4-9, they said, "Go to us, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. The Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do. Now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's language, one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon all the face of the earth. So everyone was scattered across the world, We see that today on Earth. And everyone was speaking a different language. Everyone was speaking different languages. So they weren't able to communicate with each other and have this common goal anymore of building this tower to heaven. So, was everyone's language confounded or changed from the Adamic language? So, another book of scripture called the Book of Mormon. This is in the Book of Ether. This talks about a group of people that were at the Tower of Babel, but were led away. They were led from the Tower of Babel to the Americas. And so in Ether 12, 33 to 37, which Jared came forth with his brother and their families, with some others and their families from the great tower at the time the Lord confounded the language of the people, and swore in his wrath that they should be scattered upon all the face of the earth. And according to the word of the Lord, the people were scattered. And the brother of Jared, being a large and mighty man, and a man highly favored of the Lord, his brother said unto him, Cry unto the Lord that he will not confound us, that we may not understand our words. And it came to pass that the brother of Jared did cry unto the Lord, and the Lord had compassion upon Jared. Therefore he did not confound the language of Jared, and Jared and his brother were not confounded. Then Jared said unto his brother, Cry again unto the Lord, that it may be that he will turn away his anger from them who are our friends, that he confound not their language. And it came to pass that the brother of Jared did cry unto the Lord, and the Lord had compassion upon their friends and their families also, that they were not confounded. So, the Adamic language continued on. So they continued speaking it. So Jared and the brother Jared and their friends and their families continued to speak that language. So we're going to talk about what happened to the Jaredite people. I gave a little spoiler. So what happened to Jaredite people and the Adamic language? So another book in the Book of Mormon called Omni. He was a prophet, and so Ether was also a prophet. In Omni 1:20 through 22, it says, And it came to pass in the days of Mosiah, he was a prophet as well. He was one of the kings. He said, There was a large stone brought unto him with engravings on it, and he did interpret the engravings by the gift and power of God. And they gave an account of one Coriantumr, and the slain of his people. And Coriantumr was discovered by the people of Zarahemla, and he dwelt with them for the space of 9 moons. It also spake a few words concerning his fathers, and his first parents came out from the tower. And at the time the Lord confounded the language of the people. And the severity of the Lord fell upon them according to his judgments, which are just, and their bones lay scattered in the land northward. So this is what happened to the Jaredite people. So they were led out from where the Tower of Babel was located in the old world, and they were brought to the new world. But through many generations, and I'm sure that the language did change some with time, as most languages do evolve. But the heart, it still was the Adamic language. And so Coriantumr, he was a descendant of, as we saw on the last slide, he was a descendant of the brother of Jared and Jared. But unfortunately, through many different things and that happened to them, the entire Jaredite nation unfortunately was destroyed. But Coriantumr was the last of the Jaredite people. So that is a little bit of information about what happened to the Adamic language. So yeah. So just a little bit of food for thought. Um, Let me know any thoughts that you've had while reading Babel. Any like literary thoughts, scriptural thoughts, anything like that. Let me know. I would love to discuss those with you. I love discussing things. So yeah, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you are having a great day, afternoon, or night whenever you're watching this. And if you haven't subscribed, I would love you to join and have some fun. I do my best to post at least one video a week. Sometimes there's multiple videos in a week, and that's when it's a really great week. Um, so yeah, but thanks again for watching, and just want to say, remember who you are and where you live. I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.